All right, we are good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rent a Girlfriend podcast. I'm your host, Everything Animated, also known as EA, no affiliation with the shitty video game company, but I am your host. I, too, have co-hosts as well, Rising Sun Reviews and Sea Tactics. Say hello!
Hello.
So am I allowed to drop the show yet?
Well, I would say yes, but unfortunately there's, 3 episodes left? Might as well push it through, right?
So what we should do is we should drop it on the episode before the last one.
Just to keep people in suspense. I think that's a good one.
Just as you like, yes, this show's so bad, we're actually going to drop it now, not watch the final episode, see what people's reactions are.
Right, just go full on and be like, man, this next episode, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just drop it. Yeah. Alright, well, today we are discussing episode 9. I forget the name of it, but every episode is something and girlfriend. So I think it's like grandma and girlfriend or something. I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't care.
Is anyone really paying attention at this point?
Lies and girlfriend?
Lies and girlfriend, maybe.
That would fit.
No, that's probably why I named this Lies on Top of Lies. Okay, that makes sense. See, I instinctually knew that even though I wasn't paying attention. So, right off the bat in this episode, we get names. Fucking
Chizuo, Aqua, Kazuma.
Yeah, a better show. A better show. I am so unprepared. Kazuya he has a job now. He works at a freaking karaoke bar.
Yeah, which seemed like it was thrown in for no reason until the after credits scene.
Right. The after credits, you're just like, oh, gag me with a spoon.
Gotta have that cliche in there.
Yep, of course. It's. I almost feel as if that was almost reminiscent to Bunny Girl Senpai. Because, I mean, he wasn't working at a karaoke bar, but he was working at a Lenny's.
The restaurant thing?
Yeah, not to be affiliated with Denny's. And then we get Ass Kicker Girl that's working there, too. I'm like, of course. And it's the same voice. It's the same voice actress.
At least in Bunny Girl Senpai, I kind of like that character.
Ass Kicker. To be honest, I would prefer Ass Kicker Girl over any of these girls any day of the week.
Yes, we need someone like that in our life.
But I don't know. That goes ahead and happens. Kazuya is on a date with Chizuru for some reason. But then
I want Denny's.
Then they go.
It doesn't even make sense at this point what's happening.
I know. Like I'm like, why is he dating her? I thought he was dating Ruka. And then Ruka sees him and is like, hey, you're supposed to be with me. Well, I'm sorry. I kind of got distracted.
This whole episode just completely disregards the established relationships between these two people. It's like they're technically both his girlfriend at this point. So
right.
But like Ruka still gets mad, and it's like, are you an idiot? Do you not what are you doing? like you should be having this issue because like the established, what's been established here.
Right.
So why are we having this issue where?
Well, it's like I think
getting mad.
I think she feels that she's mad because now that Kazuya has a real girlfriend, he doesn't need a rental anymore.
Or so it would seem. Right.
At least that would be what would happen if things made sense.
Right. So then, because of all of this, chicanery, we go ahead and Ruka blindfolds Kazuya and takes him to, you only gotta take him to one place now. We take him to a freaking love hotel. Because, nothing says, pay attention to me than taking someone on down to the love hotel. And We pretty much get what we pretty much expect. Oh God, what's happening? I don't know what to do with this boner. I'm just
I need to leave this place. Why did you take off your leggings? And it's just, oh, I just wanted to get comfortable.
right,
Yeah, it's like
What?
right, because
it's like they're trying to make this like not sexual, but he sees it as sexual, even though it's like completely obvious what they're doing to that with everything.
They
right,
just wanted a scene to get her legs in there, so all of the fandom can fawn over that.
right. So,
With
But like her legs aren't even that interesting.
right, they can make a whole fandom based off of her thighs. I mean, it happened with what was her name? Was her name Rika or Ruka?
Yeah, I believe so.
It almost sounds the same. So anyone with an R and a K at the end, you know they're gonna have to show their legs at some point.
Well, you know the show is like a bad show when the thing that's talked about the most is a body part of a character.
Very true.
Do people even talk about that?
I mean,
Yeah,
when
Or-
when Essa
Or
says
we talk about
Gridman,
Rika? Oh, Gridman. Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot who Rika was.
yeah, exactly. When
I want
Essa
to watch
says,
Gridman.
yeah, well, if you watch Gridman, get ready to see a lot of close-ups of thighs. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Along with some giant robots because reasons.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, we should watch Gridman instead of this.
Well, we did a
I would
couple
prefer
years
that.
ago.
Yes, but I wasn't there for that one.
We need to get reestablished. Oh man, I almost feel
There's also
like
that
I was gonna say I almost feel like this whole scene, as you said, was nothing more than just to show thighs, but it was a scene where she was just looking to like have a serious conversation with him and talk about like, do you really like Chizuru? Why did they need to go to a love hotel to do that?
Yeah. Well, we're back to the first scene of the episode, though. Chizuru is asking, so have you really fallen in love? Like, if you had really fallen in love with me, things would be different.
Right.
And I was like, it's like they could have said that where he said, yes, I have, and then they could like figure it out from there. Like, gave him an opening for that. But no, he just continues lying and just stringing everything along and basically creating more conflicts and dramas and all this craziness because the show has nothing else for it.
right. There's been multiple times where they could have just wiped their hands of all this, but
Many times.
it gets more complicated.
Yeah, it's like
Worse.
there's so many times where he could have like said, okay, we like told everyone we've been dating for a while, it didn't work out, and like do a clean break there, or actually confess to her and say, yes, I actually do have feelings for you. Do you want to make this a real relationship, and then figure it out from there?
Right. They could have wiped their hands many a times from this. Like if she says no, then you know what? At least you don't have to pay her no more, and then that's all you got to deal with. You know, you just got to deal with your grandparent or your grandma at this point, and just tell her, yeah, I'm a piece of shit. That's it. Wasn't none of this was real.
Oh, you
But-
don't even have to tell her that. Just say, hey, it didn't work out. I'm
Or
sorry, I
that.
really like her, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You could
Why-
even go along that route too.
Why is it that when Ruka is like seducing him, why does he want to leave the room?
Because
Isn't this his character that he wants to have sex with these girls?
this is anime, and in anime, hot women fawn over you. You gotta go ahead and not want to have sex with them. That's the golden rule. Oh,
I mean,
Etchy Donuts here, and Mr. Smart 75 is here. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining.
here, but like it's his character that's established that he's like this perverted like horny man.
I know. You would think out of all animes that would be the one that would make the most sense to do that. But nope, we gotta stick with the trope of, oh God, I don't know, I have this boner and I don't know what to do with it. Help me.
Like he's perverted. He like wants to have sex with people, but he doesn't want to actually do it. He's like scared of actually doing it. He wants to keep it in his fantasies and all those weird things.
And you would think, you know, you have this girl who's not bad looking. I mean, yeah, you have feelings for Chizuru, but hey, if you got someone like fawning over you and saying, hey, we're in a love hotel, you're not going to get another chance at this, wouldn't you at that point say YOLO and just go for it?
Yeah, I mean they're college students.
Right.
What's the issue?
Yeah, exactly. You know, everyone experiments in college. You know what? What better time than now? Yeah, I'm just once there was one thing that actually made me laugh out of that whole interaction was when Ruka actually made a lot of sense, and she was like, "Are you going to be doing this till your guys are like really old?" And you just see like them a thought bubble of like, "Fees have gone up this year," and he's just like,
Well, I think it worked because it was like genuinely like, if you look at the context of it all, it was kind of wholesome.
yeah,
It was really innocent, and I think that's why it worked, because everything else in this show is just murky and awful. As oh my god, literally on cue, somebody is mowing their lawn. How does this happen?
This is 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I actually kind of like Ruka this episode just because like she's trying to push Kazuya out of these lies.
Yeah, I mean, though be it's for selfish reasons, and she herself is being weird about the whole relationship thing and whatnot. Like, it's not, you know, they don't really have like a strong relationship to begin with. Like, I guess if it was established that she liked him for good reasons, other than the fact that she gets her heart racing, then it would be fine. But yeah, it's all just like, girl, you only like him because you get excited. Satsuki the Savage is here. Yes, Satsuki, there was boob touching in this episode, and it was so fucking random. Like,
It was random, and there was no reason for it.
Exactly, there was no, like, she was literally talking to her about serious stuff, and then just goes, squeeze, squeeze, and then goes back to talking and is finishing her point.
Like, that's exactly that. She's like talking, and then she just randomly grabs her boob. It's like, so this is why she likes you or whatever. Like, what the fuck? Why did that happen?
Right.
And she's like, why are you doing that? As she's just continuing to let her fondle her boob.
Well, because
Like, okay, are we into sexual harassment now? Is this what's happening?
I mean, I got kidnapping already, so why not have some sexual harassment too?
I mean,
God.
it only is perverted if a guy does it. When a woman does it, it's okay.
It's okay. It's hot if a woman does it. Duh.
Right. But if it's a guy, and if it's by accident of all things, then, you know, heaven, you know, God, you are a lecher and you're terrible.
Yeah. What a baka hentai.
But a woman intentionally fills you up. You know what? You just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah. Give me a whole anime of that. That's some good shit right there.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do and go around squeezing.
Oh.
Guy who does it to another guy.
Ah.
I think that turns into like a singularity and creates a black hole.
Okay, they should have that for the show. Then just create a black hole, have it wipe out the world.
Just out of fucking nowhere, I would die laughing. Just like, it just seems like all normal. No, it's a misunderstanding. What the hell is that in the distance? No! They just all die.
Oh. It'd be the best.
It'd be the best
like
ending ever. Better than
Exactly. How? If they're going to have a bad show, at least go out in a terrible way. That's kind of awesome. I also like how you have the All Out Wrestling preview thing as one of the pictures.
Yes, I do, because tonight, I'm glad you brought that up. I was hoping you would bring that up. Tonight, I am going to be doing a live stream on my All Elite channel with me and my girlfriend watching All Out tonight at 5 p.m. well, Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a small little plug right there. So if y'all are into wrestling, watch it with us. We'll enjoy your company.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys also do like the whole thing that I do at the end of every episode, and that is like think back and go, okay, so what happened in this episode? Did anything progress? Because spoiler alert, nothing progressed again. We're still at squarely within square one.
Yeah.
No, I tried to myself up, and I remembered, hey, how to do the podcast.
Yeah, The only thing that I know that maybe even slightly progressed was that Rika or Ruka, what, I'm so bad with names. Ruka now understands that Kazuya's grandma likes Chizuru. But even then, I think that's a false fallacy because, to be honest, anybody who was pretty and dated Kazuya, she would have automatically liked. But because she was the first one, it like null and voids everyone else at that point. So it's like, you know, it could have been very well much like Mommy at one point, and she would have been head over heels over her. So it's like she only likes her because she's a woman, and she's going to give her a grandbaby that she's always wanted. So it's dumb.
Yeah, very, very dumb. I mean, this show is like, oh my god. Oh, Kazuya's grandma is the goat waifu.
Yeah, thank you, Ringo Sapphire Star. That I wouldn't go as far as to saying that, like at all. But hey, you're entitled to that opinion.
Do you guys know who that is?
Ringo Sapphire.
No.
I know who that is. I'll share after the podcast. I know who that is.
Oh no! Tell me now. Are we in the presence of a celebrity?
Sorta.
All right.
I'm
Well,
gonna look this up.
I want to say thank you for blessing us with
Or
your
blessing our
presence.
reigns down in Africa.
I know who it is.
All right. You know, you guys talk. I'm gonna look this up.
This show is like so bad. It's confusing to me because there's so many ways they could just develop this story, and it wouldn't even need to take any work. But it feels like they're stringing along this audience for like cheap fan service moments and rom-com tropes that aren't even good to begin with, and appeal to like the lowest common denominator just outright. It's so confusing to me. I don't know why they do it. They could easily do something infinitely more interesting and have on top of that these terrible tropes. It just doesn't. I don't get it.
It's like there's some interesting things they could do with the whole concept, and the characters could have there is a core of interesting background for the characters, like Chizuru wanting to become an actress, getting into the Red Girlfriend sort of as practice for that and all that, and then Ruka, like her past, wanting someone who can like get her heart racing after going through all that we saw in like the ending of episode 7, and then take that with all the ideas of like loneliness, being desperate. So there's an idea here that could be good.
I mean, look at Nozaki-kun. Just because they have these tropes and these cliches doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. It depends on how you use them. It's much like music, and everything in music's already been done a billion times over, but it's how you use these techniques that in the song to make the song become an original work. It's the same thing with anything, especially art. So I don't. I'm gonna be real. The setup and what they're doing for this show isn't it's not like, you know, a 10 out of 10 setup, but it ain't bad. Like, it's decent, and you definitely do something with it.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be super original. It's like with shonen anime. You don't have to be super original to make an enjoyable shonen, and for a romantic comedy drama thing, you don't have to be super original to make something enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know whose Ringo Sapphire Star is, but apparently everyone else does, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. NC, you're the other guy.
I am the other guy. I love it.
Yes, he's my favorite guy.
So, let me see here. Did we even... No, yeah, we didn't even talk about that. So Ruka looks through freaking Kazuya's phone to meet up on New Year's Day with Kazuya, Chizuru, and basically all of Kazuya's family.
Well, the thing that confused me, I thought the phone said like January 3rd. And they were like acting like it was New Year's, but maybe it's like close enough to New Year's to count.
I don't know. I really don't care. But when they're just like, oh, who is this new person? And Ruka's just going on saying, I'm his girlfriend, but then they go ahead and buy this absolute bold-faced lie from Kazuya saying, oh, she's just a pathological liar, and yet she's doing stuff that a girlfriend would do. Like, you wouldn't even question that, even in the most tiniest smidgen. Not even a little bit, to be like, well, for someone who's a pathological liar, she sure is hanging up on you, and you are not doing anything to stop this individual. You're just letting her feed you. I mean, come on now. It just all just doesn't make any sense. All right,
Bye, Ringo.
Bye, Ringo. I wish I knew who you were. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ringo's an interesting person.
I wish we could go. I want to watch Fruits Basket again.
I
need to watch one episode.
I want to watch a good show, and I can't wait till the show's finished, and we possibly never have to talk about it ever again.
So we're not going to do a manga podcast?
Oh, come on, see. You know that's not true. They're going to greenlit a second season at the very last episode. You know that's coming.
Yeah, it's going to be at the very end, I know.
They're going to show it at the very end, and then all of a sudden it's going to be Isekai, hit it, season 2! It's gonna be, no! And it's going to be 25 episodes.
I just want to go watch Railgun now.
I mean...
We need to watch a show that has class. And what better show with class than a lot of ass? Let's watch Keijo.
I'm okay with that.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good
It
show.
was a good...
Yeah.
We should do a Keijo podcast.
I've been asking for that for years. But Sasuke needs to hurry up and finish it. And then that'll happen.
I feel like Keijo is a Sasuke show.
It really is. After the stuff I saw on Twitter.
Oh God.
I'll just leave it at that. I'm like, oh wow.
Ready for the Keijo podcast then?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Sasuke today.
Keijo is gonna be coming in the near future, either on this channel or Risings or Seas, maybe even Sasuke's, just depending on. Do you watch good shows on your podcast, AA? I do watch good shows. You just it's like anything in life. You just gotta kind of sift through the debris, you know. And then when you finally sift through it, you see that wonderful golden nugget, and you're like, that is a great show right there.
Apparently, it's Hanja's birthday from Attack on Titan.
Not the character in charge of that part of the Survey Corps, or is that someone else?
That's the crazy science chick who's like,
Okay, yeah, that one.
yeah, with the goggles. She's great.
Yeah, she is pretty great. She's always excited about cutting things open.
Well, you know what's good about Rent a Girlfriend, though?
Nothing. I mean, what?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It makes me appreciate those other good anime, like Keijo. It's like trash, but actually fun. Or Fruits Basket, an actually good show.
Keijo is one of those shows where, yes, it doesn't try to be anything other than what it is, and it does it ever so perfectly.
Exactly.
Oh, Sasuke, you are right. Rent a Girlfriend and Domestic Girlfriend. I'm seeing a pattern here. Next is gonna
We
be...
can throw in Bunny Girl.
And there's Bunny Girl, which I would put those two, or that one, over these two any day of the week. And it's okay at best. Only the first 3 episodes are... I would put those up against any romantic comedy.
Oh God, isn't that movie?
That movie, it needs to burn and never be spoken of again.
God.
Yeah, so I'm going to go rewatch the movie now.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
So,
I I do it.
I really don't know what else happened in the show other than, yeah, she said she was going to tell her grandma. Ruka was going to tell her grandma about them being actual fakes. Then she changed her mind because reasons. And
they're going to Chizuru.
And then at the very end, she's like, "Guess who's working at Denny's? Or no, the karaoke bar. Yeah. It's I, Ruka. What a twist! What a twist!"
I'm so sad we never got the final girl to show up.
We're gonna be entering the 10th episode next week, and we still haven't even seen this 4th girl who's on the cover.
Yeah, like what? Like, if you like they've run out of ideas with Ruka, well, they kind of did some things this episode, but that was just like creating more drama that they never went anywhere.
And like in the preview, it didn't even show her. So I'm thinking, is it going to be literally the last 2 episodes, and then we finally see her? You know, it's going to be the last episode, calling it, and then she's going to be like, "It's me, the absolutely adorable, cute." How are they going to fit her into all this? That's what I'm curious. She's going to be another rent-a-flipping girlfriend, and then she'll be
a rent-a-boyfriend somehow.
It's going to be a trap. It's going to be a trap.
I'd rather watch the quintessential quintuplets.
I think I would.
That's a good harem.
Well, I mean, yeah. I think I've only watched 1 episode of that, and it's so ridiculous. But I mean, if you and Sasuke always talk about it, so I'm just thinking it must be good.
It's fantastic.
It's super fantastic, and everyone will love it.
Exactly.
Put that cookie down.
Put the cookie down now.
Do I even have my QQ screenshots anymore? I do. Oh, they're so amazing.
Yeah. Well, that was more or less this particular episode. It looks like the next episode is it's gonna focus on, I guess, Kazuya's friend, and I'm almost guessing that he's going to fall in love with Chizuru because it looked like he was giving the lovey eyes to her for some reason. I'm like, why? Why? Oh, I'm ready to punch out of this. Well, I've been ready to punch out of this episode or the show. But
yeah, I would have talked like episode 3.
It would have been 2 for me. But hey, whichever one.
So we get to provide entertainment for all the people watching, all 6 people watching now.
Yeah, I think we got as high as 8 people at some point, which I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all are the best. You know who you are. Y'all get special kisses and hugs from me.
Do I get special kisses and hugs?
You get nothing and you will like it. I'm joking. You know you always get kisses.
Wow.
Exactly.
I'm calling the police, Onika.
No.
I thought he was our dad, not our brother.
It's okay. It's okay.
It was joke. It's joke.
See, that's another show.
We're all getting arrested for things.
Yes, we will. Speaking of getting arrested, let's get off this show before we all get arrested. I've left a link to both of these guys' channels in the description. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next week with the wonderful craptastic series that is Rent a Girlfriend. And Sasuke just called the police. All right, we got to get out of here. Bye, everybody.
Go ahead.